Is your risk unit. Okay, so your risk is defined by yourself and you must control it every single trade. It must be consistent. It cannot, your R cannot change. You earn the right to raise your risk. Remember that. You earn the right to raise your risk. So you cannot keep changing your R's every single trade, because then you're going to have inconsistent wins/losses. Some losses will destroy your account. On the flip side, yes, some wins can make your account, but that's not how you want to live. That's not how you want to trade, because that's not consistent. And when it's not consistent, it becomes gambling. So for skilled traders, risk should be around 1%, 1 to 2% of your account balance. Okay, nothing more. 1 to 2% is more than enough for yourself to make a good living off of it, or even a good side income, whatever it is. 1% of your whole account balance is really good. For new traders, risk could be anywhere under 0.5% of your account. If it's up to me, personally, I suggest $10. $10. Risk $10 every single trade. Even less. If you think you really need time to learn, risk under $10. The reason you need to risk money though is because your best environment, your best teacher is the market. Okay, so when you actually put real money out on the line, you actually learn so much more than a simulator. Okay, so as I was taught, risk $10 when you start off. Maybe even less, but risk $10. That's it. And then every couple of months, you earn the right to raise your risk. Every couple of months, you earn the right to raise your risk. Okay. So I know my R. How many shares do I buy now? Okay, now let's get to the shares. So here's the formula, okay? Shares to buy is calculated by your R, which remember is consistent. So you take your R, you divide that by your entry price minus your stop order price. Okay? Let me get into an example right now. It might sound confusing. Okay? So here's the example. You're a skilled trader. Your account balance is $50,000. Your R then, being 1% of your account, is $500. Okay? So being that your R is $500, your entry is $350. Let's consider this a pattern, 3-bar play that we would take. Okay? This is a pattern that we would take. Entries at $350, stop order is at $345. Let's kind of give it $345, okay? Kind of a guess. So your difference between your entry price and your stop order price is $350 minus $345, which is $5. Your R, which is consistent, is $500, right? 1% of your account balance. So $500. You're going to do $500 divided by 5, which is the subtraction of this, gives you 100 shares. So you need to buy 100 shares of this stock at this price, $350, to risk $500. That's how you literally control your risk every single time. You control how much you can potentially lose, right? The reason the stop order is here is because if it hits the stop order, you're losing $500. Gone, right? You're defining how much you're potentially risking. You're defining how much you're risking. So if you're risking 500, right? Everyone has their own management strategies, but let's say you're trying to make 2 times what you risk. So let's say this is a small box. This is 1R. Typically, management strategy could be you want to make 2R. So you want to make 2 times this box. So the difference is between 350 and 345 is $5. You want to make $10. Okay? So you want the stock to go 350 to 360 up here. It went there. You would have exited. You would have made 2R. What's your R? $500. So what's 2R? 2 times 500. $1,000. You walk away with $1,000. That's how you literally predict it and walk out. And it's honestly perfect because there's a small two topping tails right here. Get out at perfect timing. That's how you make your money consistently. Now you might be thinking that's no way to make it. It'll take you forever to make it, and you might as well just gamble. Okay, let me tell you this. Here's an example, just to finish off this video. Okay, you make 1R a day, just 1R a day, right? I showed you an example of 2R. You risk $5. You want to make $10. Let's say you risk $5. You want to make $5. When it goes up to 355, you sell, right? Kind of the same thing. 355, sell. Okay, so for normal skilled traders, making an R a day is, not that hard. It's kind of easy, right? If you're risking R, you can kind of pull a R out of here and there, taking trades here and there, whatever, right? You can pull R out. So 1 R a day, which is $500. You make 1 R a day every single day. You average 1 R. That makes you $2,500 per week. That makes you 10 grand a month. That makes you 120 grand a year, all pre-tax and all that. So if you make 120 grand a year pre-tax, and you can consistently do that off of these patterns in 20 minutes, then you go do whatever you want in the rest of the day. But it's not that easy, okay? It's not that easy. I'm just showing you the lucrative side of it. In 20 minutes, you make what someone makes in a week, and you're done. And if you want, you take another trade. That's what it is.